Is it possible to be addicted to caffeine? Yes, it is possible to develop a dependence on caffeine, leading to symptoms of addiction. Caffeine is a central nervous system stimulant found in various beverages and foods, including coffee, tea, energy drinks, and chocolate. While moderate caffeine consumption is generally considered safe for most people, excessive or frequent intake can lead to physiological dependence and withdrawal symptoms. Here's a closer look at caffeine addiction. 1. Physiological dependence. Regular consumption of caffeine can lead to physical dependence on the substance. Over time, the body becomes accustomed to the effects of caffeine, and individuals may require increasing amounts to achieve the desired level of alertness or energy. This dependence can result in withdrawal symptoms when caffeine intake is reduced or discontinued. 2. Withdrawal symptoms. Abrupt cessation or reduction of caffeine intake can trigger withdrawal symptoms in individuals who are dependent on caffeine. Common withdrawal symptoms may include headaches, fatigue, irritability, difficulty concentrating, mood disturbances, e.g., depression, anxiety, muscle aches, nausea, flu-like symptoms. Withdrawal symptoms typically begin within 12 to 24 hours after the last dose of caffeine and may persist for several days, depending on the individual's level of dependence and sensitivity to caffeine. 3. Psychological addiction. In addition to physical dependence, some individuals may develop psychological addiction to caffeine. This can manifest as a strong craving or compulsion to consume caffeine-containing products, even in the absence of physical withdrawal symptoms. Psychological addiction to caffeine may be driven by factors such as habit, social norms, or the perceived benefits of caffeine for mood, alertness, or productivity. 4. Risk factors. Several factors may increase the risk of developing caffeine addiction, including genetics. Individual differences in caffeine metabolism and sensitivity may influence the likelihood of developing dependence. Frequency and amount of consumption. Regular, heavy consumption of caffeine-containing beverages or products increases the risk of dependence. Underlying health conditions. Certain medical conditions, such as anxiety disorders or sleep disorders, may predispose individuals to rely on caffeine for symptom management. Environmental and sociocultural factors. Social norms, peer pressure, and cultural practices related to caffeine consumption may contribute to the development of addiction. Number 5. Management and treatment. If you suspect that you or someone you know may be addicted to caffeine, it's essential to seek support and consider making changes to caffeine consumption habits. Strategies for managing caffeine addiction may include gradually reducing caffeine intake to minimize withdrawal symptoms, substituting caffeinated beverages with decaffeinated options, establishing a consistent sleep schedule to reduce reliance on caffeine for energy, seeking support from healthcare professionals, counselors, or support groups for addiction. In conclusion, while caffeine addiction is less severe than addiction to substances like alcohol or drugs, it can still have significant consequences for physical and mental health. Recognizing the signs of caffeine dependence and taking steps to address excessive consumption can help individuals manage their caffeine intake and reduce the risk of adverse effects.